Hi guys. Okay, I'm just putting this up here. Okay, this video is going to be about my coming out story. As being attracted to girls. Growing up, I would say I was about around age 12. I had acquainted myself with a gay girl. I mean, I knew she was gay because she dressed like a boy. I'm pretty sure at that time she wouldn't admit it herself because, it's a lot to handle and it's really hard. But I was always, around the atmosphere, and I was more of a tomboy, and I really didn't like boys like that. It was just like, I like to hang around them as friends. So when I was in elementary, I always used to look at girls and I was like, I want to be like them. And then when I got into 6th grade, I started going to all girls school. I do not get along with girls unless I like them. Like, if I don't like them, I don't get along with girls. So I was thought that it was going to be really hard for me because it was just like all girls. So while I was at this all girls school, I probably had more than like 10 girlfriends. I was really just trying to fill out the whole situation. I had my first kiss with a girl in the 8th grade. I liked it. It was easier for me to come out to my friends only because, some of them were gay and we were at an all-girls school, so it just fit the occasion, so it was a lot smoother. But then when I got a girlfriend, my mom was on the PTSA, and I was going to plan on coming out to my mom on my own time. But when I got a girlfriend, word spread around the school real fast because at that school it was only like 400 of us. So everybody, all the moms found out, and then my mom found out. At the time, I was dating this girl named Anastasia. Or we were talking, something like that. And I was in the car on my way home, and my mom asked me who was Anastasia. And I was like, this girl at my school. She was like, oh, just this girl. I was like, yeah. She was like, and she found notes, letters, because in middle school you write notes and letters and all the love shit. And she found it, and she showed it to me in my face, so I couldn't really say anything. I had a whole binder full of every note anybody has ever gave to me, so it was just kind of difficult to like deny that that wasn't for me. So my mom is very homophobic. She does not like gay people at all. So it was really difficult for her to deal with it. My stepdad was cool with it. I mean, he didn't really like it, but he didn't change, like, treating me different. My mom treated me different for years, since I was probably like 13 until I was 16. Like, she treated me so wrong for a long time. She couldn't cope with the fact that I was dating girls, and I couldn't do anything about it because that's what I felt. So when I was 16, I left and went away to Texas because I couldn't deal with it anymore. I had to find my own way. It was hard on my family. It was just very difficult, especially, I didn't really care what anybody thought, but I cared what my mom thought, and she didn't like it at all, so it was just kind of difficult, I guess. But then, when I came back, everything was like cool, so to speak. Like, my mom was willing to work with me, and I was willing to work with her. Of course, I tried dating a guy once. Did not turn out well this 11th grade year. So, I mean, I tried. It's not like I didn't try. And I would never say that I'm not attracted to dudes. It's just that when it comes to the whole sexual part, that's not my forte. when it comes to dudes. Like, I can kiss a dude, I can hug a dude, but like when it comes to the sex part, that's not what I like. So I think that because I think I haven't really owned up to it for myself, and I'm still working on that, because it's like a crime in my family to be gay. My advice to people is tell your parents for somebody else, like, because the worst thing is for everybody else to know but your parents. And I think that's what really hurt my mom the most, was everybody else knew but her. And I used to tell my mom everything, and then after that day, nothing was the same. I still struggled from communication issues, trust issues, and nothing was the same after that day. I'm still working on myself from that day. But I'm definitely not going to try to change who I am, because I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. So I just give people advice of, come out, at least come out to your friends first. For me, it was easier for me to come out to my friends. Half of our school was gay. So it was just a little bit easier, but as far as like family, if it's not like your immediate family, somebody that's with you 24/7, I don't feel like they have to know. If it comes up, then it comes up, but it's not something that you're obligated to tell them. But if it's your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad, your grandpa, your grandma, you're supposed to tell them things like that, whether they want to hear it or not, because at the end of the day, they're going to respect you for being honest. And that's one regret. I wish I could go back and take it, is me telling my mom before she found out. Because for her, it was really embarrassing. For everybody else, it affected a lot of relationships that I had. My best friend, of course my best friend accepted me, but it affected the way her mom thought of me. So it's just like everything you do, no matter how much you don't care about what somebody else says when it comes to family, it's just like you have to be a little sensitive with things like that. Me, I don't see anything wrong with it. I'm not Christian, so I don't believe that men is meant for men and women. Men is meant for women and women are meant for men. Whatever you like and whatever goes, floats your boat. I don't feel like I need permission to say that I'm gay at all. Like, I'm going to do whatever I want to do at the end of the day. But a lot of people are not like me. People are very sensitive when it comes to that thing, and not everybody has a backbone to stand on. I have helped some of my friends and exes come out to their parents. So I understand and I know how hard it can be. Now I do understand if you have those parents that are like, will kick you out, even if they kick you out, go to the police. If you're under age 18, you go to jail, but still, like, I understand. All I know is just be ready to take the blow. Now, some people have cool ass parents. My real dad didn't even care, my stepmom didn't care. So some people have different parents that are just like down, like they don't care, they're still gonna accept you. But like I said, my mom treated me different for several years, and I had to put my foot down. I was like, this is what it is. I'm gonna try for you. I tried it before, didn't work, didn't like them anymore. It just wasn't my forte. I did care, but everything doesn't work out the way it's supposed to. But definitely do be honest, because honesty is the best policy. Don't ever wait, too late or something like. Just tell them. They may cut you off, but it's alright. Like, you're gonna get past it. You're gonna have worse things in your life besides your sexuality. That's the first small thing. And this is, if you're over the age 18, you haven't came out yet, you need to get down to it. Because obviously the world is changing and it's becoming more accepting, and I do know it's a little bit tougher for boys, and then it's a little bit tougher because you have the girls that are really pretty and it's so hot that when they make out, and then you have the girls that are studs, and if you ain't down with the team, it's like, you know, we don't fuck with her. And then you have the studs that may not be the most attractive and they get picked on. So it's hard for everybody. I don't like the fact of being judged or put it different from everybody else. You know, when I was in school, it spread a lot. And everybody came up and was like, oh, so you're gay now? And I was like, I didn't know I was gay when I was little, but I was just attracted to girls. One thing I always wanted to set straight was that the school I went to had no effect on my sexuality or the way I ended up today, because half of the people at my school that was gay, they go out with boys now. So it's just like, come on now. So I don't want, you know, that the reason why I like girls is because I went to all-girls school. That has nothing to do with it. If anything, that was a plus, because I was surrounded by girls all day. I just didn't really know until, you know, I knew when I was younger, but like I said, my first kiss was in 8th grade, and that's when it really hit me. And, I mean, enjoy yourself. Life is too short to be worrying about what somebody else said. All you can do is come out and do your best, and if somebody doesn't accept you, then they wasn't your friend in the first place, or even if your family doesn't accept you. They love you, but they just don't know how to deal with it. And some people, you just gotta understand that. You're not gonna get through everybody. So I hope that this helps a lot of people. Comment, subscribe, and, you know, follow me on Instagram. I don't have a Twitter. I know that I just have Instagram. Follow me and just wait for my up and coming videos, even music videos and all that. So I hope you guys learned a lot from this video, because it's not easy. And even if you have to do counseling, that's a really good thing, because then I know everybody fiends on that day to really tell your parent that they were wrong. Counseling is it. If your parent is not treating you well, the counselor is going to sit there and say, you're doing this wrong. You're not doing it right. So your parents going to just be like, I mean, they have no other choice. They're paying. So go to counseling. Like, that's a really good way. Don't, you know, start overdosing and drinking way too much. I'm not saying not drink, but, you know, or take drugs or whatever. But don't overdose. Don't cut yourself. I went through a lot of things to deal with myself, so I know. But just be you, and if nobody don't like you, then fucking move on. Like, so what? It's like 75% of America is gay, so who cares? You'll find somebody. But I hope everybody had a good time and learned a lot. So comment, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, and have a great day. Okay. Bye, everybody.